$13,000 a month. What more do you want from me? Oh my God. I'm at 30.
This is my favorite. He's got the Trump Bible. Wants you to buy the Word of God, Donald Trump edition. His name's going to be on there, embossed, right next to Luke and Mark and Matthew. And by the way, I will give you one guess. You could not make this stuff up. Where these Bibles are made. So, Mr. Tough Guy on China, except when he can make a few bucks, hawking his Trump edition Bibles. Come on, man. You can't make this stuff up. But he's doing it. And the reason he's doing it is because what he cares about is his ego and his money and his status. He's not thinking about you.
Is that such a bad idea? And again, I don't have no children out of wedlock. I don't have no issues. I don't have no problems. Why would one idea be so offensive to y'all? And every single woman that I see on here then says, hey, fight for your kids. Go fight your landlord. Go fight that job. Man, get the hell out of here. Get out of here. And we don't care nothing about this. Y'all can wear y'all Harris Walls shirts, that demonic shirt. Tim Walls was over there putting tampons in boys' bathrooms. They over here emasculating y'all. Y'all best friends is now walking inside of y'all bathrooms and using a urinal. They putting urinals in women's bathrooms. Yes, they are. Everything about it is demonic. Why would they care? They creating, they're proposing $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, but at the same time advocating for reproductive rights in the form of you being able to get rid of the child in a late term of your pregnancies. We don't even think like them. We conservative by default. We don't run around. We don't believe in higher taxes. We don't believe in continuing to give jobs and give resources to other countries abroad before we take care of what's here in the United States of America. They literally flying them in. They let millions of these illegal people are free to roam and run around. And all you got to do is go and pay attention to what's going on in Chicago. They just Chicago is facing $1 billion deficit next year, $250 million this year. Mayor Mohawk over there taking trips to London. They don't even own their own streets, just renewed a new $100 million staffing contract, and nobody wants to hold their feet to the fire. And she even admitted on Fox that it wasn't Trump's fault as far as what's happening with the migrant crisis, and they undid over 90 different things that he set forth in order to prevent migrants from coming into this country that didn't benefit everybody. But then they put a little line on her website. They said it is for black men, right against the Trump ad that they don't like on there, and we supposed to just follow y'all to the polls. Newsflash, we don't follow you. You follow us. And that's why y'all so out of order. That's why we so messed up today. That's why we so messed up today. Is because we taking direction from you instead of you taking direction from us. And let's be clear, that don't happen in my household. I am the head of my household all day long. But I speak to the majority and not the minority, and I don't have to be going through problems in family court to advocate for what's right. And I'm not saying that that's the only thing and that's the only reason why we not voting for it, because we don't not vote for somebody, we vote for somebody. Women are emotional, and they say that we not voting for Trump because we voting for Kamala Harris because we don't like Trump. We say we voting for Trump because we actually think that he has the best solutions for this nation and for this country. And all you got to do is look at the evidence.
This dais, actually, let's be honest, this entire room is filled with some of the most powerful people in New York City. This room is undeniably impressive. It really is. The prestige, the wealth, the allegations. I mean, wow. And don't feel bad if you don't have any allegations yet, okay? Which reminds me, Letitia James is here. She had a great year. She's just back there watching all of you. She's watching.
Welcome to one of the most exclusive streets in Beverly Hills. This is where P. Diddy had one of his mansions and where he held some of his parties. Now, this mansion is incredible. It's got these high gates and massive fences that make it all feel really lavish and exclusive. Now, a number of men and women have come forward saying that Sean Combs, his real name, used his party lifestyle to try to coerce men and women into sex, into the so-called freak-offs, as he's alleged to have called them. He's charged with criminal offences, including sex trafficking. This property and others were raided by police, and they say they found supplies for the so-called freak-offs, including thousands of bottles of baby oil and video recordings. We've been speaking to some of his neighbours. As you can imagine, it's all very private around here, but some told us confidentially what they'd experienced. They say they saw girls coming out of the parties here in the early hours of the morning, not wearing many clothes and clearly under the influence, and the police were called many times. Lawyers for Sean Combs say he's never sexually assaulted anybody and that they intend to prove his innocence in court. But there's mounting allegations now against the former hip-hop star, with people saying that he used his power and influence in the music industry, as well as threats of violence, to keep people quiet.
Yahya Sinwar, the leader of Hamas, has been killed, but how? We looked through what the footage from the scene tells us so far. We geolocated the house where his body was found to here, in the Tel al-Sultan neighbourhood in Rafah, right in the south of Gaza. It's unclear how long Sinwar had been in the house, or even this area. Back in August, the area had less destruction. You can see here some houses still standing. But during September, you can see more tank tracks through the area as the destruction grows. By October 16th, the morning before he died, IDF tanks were 250 metres away. You can see them here in this satellite image, surrounding the place Sinwar spent his final moments. The IDF later said they were not aware he was in the area, but spotted a man fleeing from another house in the area and sent a drone to follow the fleeing man up to his new location. This video is likely the last footage where we see Sinwar alive, staring into the drone's camera from the second floor of a rubble-strewn building. Back down on street level, this IDF video shows a tank firing at the building where Sinwar is inside. We don't have any images of what happens after that, but in the next images we do have, Sinwar is dead. In this photo, visibly taken in the same location, we can see Sinwar's body surrounded by IDF soldiers. But we noticed a change in some videos we assume were taken later that reveal some details about what happened to his body. Take a close look here at Sinwar's hand and watch. In this next video, the watch is gone and one finger is missing. The pathologist who conducted the autopsy on his body told CNN his finger was taken to Israel to identify it was Sinwar. The IDF are yet to confirm this. You can also see a serious head injury in this photo. We're blurring it because it's so graphic, which would fit with what the pathologist said, that it was a gunshot wound to the head that was the cause of his death. Again, the IDF are yet to confirm. For now, these photos and videos are our main clues as to how this operation unfolded, as the world waits to see the political consequences of his death.